Welcome back to Journal Reflection number 5. We're closing in here. We will be looking at the McAfee article. Just pull it up here. There we go. So this article is titled, Why We Should Teach Religion to Children. So let me just give you sort of the synopsis of the article first, and then go into my personal sort of thoughts and feelings on it. So the article basically states that we should teach religion to children, all religions. It really focuses in on this whole aspect of world religions, and that this would work well towards giving them a healthy dose of religious education early on, a widespread dose, and showing them that all great faiths are very similar at a fundamental level. This kind of would help breed this acceptance and this understanding that they all sort of, that all religions are fundamentally similar. They all have fundamental truths. A lot of them go down to the same fundamental moral messages. And this would kind of help children see that they are fundamentally similar, and therefore not one is inherently superior to the others. And then he goes into discussing that even though in the States public school is allowed to teach religion, and the Supreme Court has held this policy that it should be time and again teaching religion, very little religious education is done, and therefore most people are getting their education, religious education, through their own faith, and potentially not having much exposure at all to other faiths. Whereas in Europe, it's quite the opposite, where compulsory religious education is taught academically, and the results of which show that comparatively in Europe, there's more people who are nonpartisan to any religion, whereas in the States, you see a very affiliated religious population, mostly Christian. And so he kind of mentions that we kind of learn our religious beliefs from our parents. In general, people's religion is inherited, and that if nothing, we go through the religious sacraments or whatever, but if nothing is done, then children will only see that perspective. And most religions have this, sort of fundamental concept that you have to choose the right religion to be in, and the others all will burn in hell. Is what he states, and that by the time they're older and they might realize other religions exist, that he believes it might be a little too late, and that our goal is to sort of educate children about world religions. Like his comment here, by educating children about the world's religion, historical and modern alike, we can show them that each faith is simply one culture's attempt to explain the unknown. So it shows us balance of the world's religions and how they originated the same way. Now, in terms of my personal opinion, I'm torn with this one. I'm conflicted, I'm not going to lie. I really like fundamentally what he's saying. It actually makes me feel very hopeful, because it's nice to see that people feel that all religions should be taught. I think education is the key to acceptance, understanding. A lot of the social issues we've been talking about in class, most of it comes from ignorance. And if we have people who are socially connected and aware and educated, then we'll do away with a lot of these biases and prejudices. So education to me is the key. And I see this as a possible solution to peace, because a lot of conflicts, a lot of wars are religiously motivated. So if people understood where where the religions intersect and how they're very similar, then we might be getting to a better place. Um, what I'm conflicted about is his tone. Let me sort of, you know, point to a couple of the quotes here. The great faiths are all very similar at a fundamental level. Each organization has a similar cult beginning and prophets. They each begin as a local or cultural myth before, and I'm going to highlight some of these words. Cult, let's change the color here. He's got cult, myth. Before applying to a global context, they were almost always spread through a combination of violence and proselytization. I don't really know how to say that word, but ultimately, the words I've highlighted there sort of, lead to a negative undertone that he might have towards religions, this cult, myth, violence. And I'm not discrediting what he's saying. It starts leading you to a viewpoint that he may share on religions, and even sort of pointing out that in England, where more people are taught about world religions, more of them don't belong to a single religion, and this concept that religions teach us that others all burn in hell. It really leads to this phenomenon that he believes that religions are inherently bad. I don't. I don't believe that religions are inherently bad. I think that his tone might actually lead to more people feeling left out, because I think religion and culture and faith and all those things are very interlinked for a lot of people. So I think that what we should do is really embrace all religions, cherish their similarities, and accept their differences. And that in doing so, we would support all people, those of faith and those that don't have faith, and or not necessarily faith, but don't affiliate to a religion. And I think it's that would breed acceptance, where I think his tone sort of breeds this let's educate everyone about religion so that they can see how ridiculous they are and abolish them. But I think we should be saying let's educate everyone about religions so they can see how similar they all are, and that fundamentally their principles of leading a good life and being kind to others are fundamentally healthy principles. And I think that acceptance would lead us to a better place in the world. Okay, thank you.